Hi Cancers, this is going to be your reading for December 2025. I hope everyone is having a nice day so far. As you can see, I'm in a new space here. I'll try and get some more art on the walls. Something to spruce it up a little bit, but I appreciate your patience with that. These are just general readings, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. How I do my readings, I'll start with the Angel Oracle Guide here. I'll move on to Traditional Tarot and then back to Oracle at the end. If I pause at any moment, it's just because I'm trying to feel the energy. It's coming through. Sorry, I'm also a little sick. Getting over that. So I appreciate your patience there. Okay. You got ease and grace. Let me read it for you. Your message. This is a time to learn and adapt. You are being guided to slow down, take your time, take in the current moment, and allow space for events to occur. You haven't put too much pressure and expectation on yourself, and this is not required. Also, with consistent effort and rush, you'll find yourself being overwhelmed and tired. When you're too forceful, you will use up too much energy, and that may hinder your process at this time. If you are in a difficult situation at work or with others, don't feel you have to prove your skills, talents, or worth. Just step back, breathe, and through grace, you will be seen, understood, and recognized for who you truly are. You're being guided to flow like water. Do not feel the need to rush or force the way ahead. A gentle approach will be more rewarding, and have patience and move with subtlety and grace. Your angel guide is encouraging you to see life as a dance, one step at a time, and you will make your way through the incredible journey, learning more and growing along the way. How can you move with more elegance? How can you slow down? How can you bring more grace and poise into the current situation? This is a time to soften, breathe, and move in a way that is steady but flowing. This information may come as a surprise or even a challenge to you, but your angels know that it will be beneficial for what's coming your way next. Ooh, I love that. As a Virgo, Cancer, as someone who has a hard time slowing down, it's always nice when they kind of remind me, and they remind me a lot to slow down. So let's just take a look here, and what a perfect time, especially for those in North America like myself as winter, to slow down. Okay. So we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse coming out in your main energy. And usually this just means we're not taking the time to take a step and stop, which, as they're saying with that, right? To stop and just to look at where we've already come and what we've already done. Sometimes we can be so in the flow of next new, we forget to take a step back and kind of be grateful or have gratitude for, what we've built so far, where we've come, how we evolved or how we've grown here. And I feel like that's going to be really important for you at this time to just take a step back and be like, this is where this is what I've accomplished. This is what I've built for myself here. It's not in a way of being like, look what I don't have, but it's like, look at all the effort and the work that you've already done. So this person is like taking a step back and just looking, right? It's just contemplating here. They're just taking a step to just time to look at it. His face is kind of like sad because I feel like he's kind of tired, but it's just this more perspective. It's like, hey, you're already this far, you already done this much work. So I feel like you kind of need that for yourself right now. You just need a time of being like, I've done my part, I've done my work, and move on from there. Because I feel like some of you are thinking about maybe a job change or switching up jobs here, because it's coming up with the Pentacles. But we do have the Five of Pentacles in the reversed coming out, and that's usually like there's where we were feeling maybe othered, where we're feeling maybe left in the cold, left out, maybe even financially here, there is this kind of new start or new beginning for you. Even if it's something just like kind of small, maybe it's like you're saving more, maybe there is, you get a little bit of a higher raise, or there is this situation where you can save a bit of money, and you're going to be kind of doing that with this Five of Pentacles. There's this kind of hope for where we felt kind of lost. So I'll put that out there. Maybe there's I don't know, I'm getting like inclination of, you know, maybe something we've been after. It's like I'm almost hearing a whisper or like seeing a whisper, and I'm trying to just distinct what a suggestion, like it's almost like the beginning of something, like the percolation of something, I'll say, is what I'm feeling. And it's like you might be hearing about that. Maybe, you know, someone's like being like, oh, this work is starting to open up here. Or, oh, you know, so-and-so might be leaving their position. Or, oh, maybe there's going to be this kind of switch up. I feel like there is this kind of, again, whisper of something happening. I don't know why, but I'm just getting that kind of whisper energy in my ear right now. So again, you might be hearing, maybe there's some secrets, maybe there's some whispers, or maybe you're getting ahead of the game of something here. Financially, again, maybe hearing about something. Or maybe like someone's like, really invest in this stock, but I don't know, but you're just hearing a whisper of something. So be open to that, because if we're so on the trajectory of, you know, next, what's the answer, sometimes we miss those small signals that are happening here. But we have the Hierophant in reversed here. The Hierophant in reverse is kind of my rebellion card. It's like going against the grain, going against what society tells you or maybe thinks that you need to do here. And it's coming on the sense of like self-love, self-value. It's like, you know, like I know myself, I know what I value strong, I know, you know, I have this self-love, I know what I bring to the table here. So it doesn't matter what society thinks. It doesn't matter like what other people think, or, you know, what I should be doing at this time, you know, what society says I should be doing, you know, or my parents, or, you know, my church, or whatever it is here. It feels like you're just like, I value myself enough to make decisions for myself. And that rebellion energy has been coming up a lot, because I feel like that is just the time where we're kind of meant to be more individualistic, just because I feel like there's so many forces right now that are trying to, you know, force us to think maybe one way or a certain way about things. I'll just say that, but it's in the sense of, you know, how are we the individual? You know, what do we feel? What do we come up for here? Yes, we are a part of collective, but we can't kind of lose ourselves in that collective here, or saying this is where we should be, this is the box we should be put in, because we're all individual, we're all different. We do have the King of Cups coming out sideways here, and when it comes out sideways, there's a choice involved. This might be someone that is another water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or another Cancer, possibly. But it's also talking about kind of, you know, our own emotions and connecting to that. So if this is you, Cancer, it is just saying that right now you're kind of being like, do I embrace kind of my emotions? You know, do I kind of embrace myself here? Do I be open to my emotions, or do I close them off? And it's interesting that the choice is coming up there, but it always is a choice, right? You're like, is it a choice to share this that I'm feeling right now? Is it a choice to kind of be open emotionally, or do I want to kind of close myself off and protect myself a little? Obviously, I would say connect to your truth, connect to yourself here. But again, the choice is yours, it says here. If it is someone else, there might be someone that is kind of wavering on emotions for you, whether they're thinking about whether to kind of draw forward or draw back. But the World card here is just telling me there is going to be a conclusion. Something's going to come to an end here. Something's going to come full circle in the World card. I don't know, they're sending me towards the ship in this King of Cups as well. So some of you might be traveling the world or going on that as well. But I do have the Ace of Pentacles coming out sideways here. And so it's like new money coming in is also a choice. Or it's like leaving something behind, leaving maybe some stability behind, leaving something that we've maybe a job behind that we're like, it's not really resonating with us anymore. But again, that choice is involved because that card is coming out sideways here. People are like, obviously I would choose the more money. But if it's not aligning with you personally, if you're feeling like, yes, I would save a lot of money, but it's like not aligning with me, I'm not feeling it's right, then you're not going to kind of choose it here. And you're going to walk away from something that's not feeling aligned. We have the King of Wands here and the Queen of Swords. And we have the Two of Cups in the reverse. It feels like there's this creative energy. It could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. The Queen of Swords represents air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. These two kind of feel like a dynamic. One's maybe more thoughtful, one's a little bit more creative. Maybe this is a partnership that you've been a part of, or maybe even it might be close friends that might be happening to you here. But I just feel like there's some breakup energy in December, or deciding to go separate ways of this. So you might be dealing with that. I'm just getting some energy that it might not just be you. For some of the Cancers, it might just be some people around you as well. Yeah, just feeling some like they'll be going separate ways here. It's just like feeling like the love's not there anymore, or choosing not to kind of move forward with it. Because I do get a couple with this energy here, this King of Wands and this Queen of Swords. I am getting kind of couple energy or couple vibe. Again, they don't have to be male or female. It can be, just masculine energy, feminine energy. But yeah, it just feels like there's going to be some kind of split. So it might be you or someone else that's happening in this month of December here, Cancer. Just deciding to go separate ways. Okay. We have the Ace of Swords here, which is kind of like cloudy, or we're overthinking right now. Our mind's not the clearest about a situation here, so it's just like we're feeling maybe a little bit head foggy. Maybe some of you are getting headaches, things that are happening like that here. But it just kind of feels like this energy of being like, I don't know what to do. I'm all over the place in my mind. I'm overthinking situations, and I feel like it has to do with like what you truly want, what you want your end goal to be. With this Ten of Pentacles coming out sideways, it's like, do I want to? What is my end goal? What is it that I value most? What is it that look like the end game is here? And that can always change too. That doesn't have to be, I said this is what I want my life to be, and now I have to keep it on that way. It can change whenever it wants here. But I feel like maybe some of you are even choosing, do I want family life? Do I want career life? There might be those kind of questions coming up, especially when it's the end of the year, deciding where you want to go to next. There is this emotional conversation that's going to be happening this month. This is two people having a heart-to-heart with the Page of Cups here. And I feel like once you have that heart-to-heart, you'll kind of know what to do. I have this Knight of Swords coming in right after, so it's like right after this heart-to-heart, you're like action forward. It's like, okay, we're going full speed ahead. I'm going right in here, and you're going to know the direction that you want to go. So I feel like maybe talking things out with people this month is going to be really helpful for you. It's going to help you kind of decide what you want to do and where you want to go. But afterwards, we have the Death card in reverse, which is something's not ending here, so we're deciding to continue something on. Maybe this is you just in your own direction, or maybe you're having a conversation about this breakup and you're like, actually no, we don't want to end things here, we want to keep it going. But it just kind of feels like, again, something's not a full end here. Maybe you're taking a pause in a relationship or something, you're like, we'll come back to this. But yeah, there is something that is not ending. Page of Wands coming in reversed for you here as well. Just means we're just a little bit scared. We're a little bit scared of the unknown. We're scared of the unpredictability of things. We're kind of a little bit nervous to adventure out, to try new things. So there might be like this feeling for you of being like, I'm scared to leave my current circumstances, my current relationship, my current job, because I don't know what's on the other side here. Reminds me of a card called the Garden and the Gate, where there's a whole other world outside this garden. This garden they already created is so beautiful and loving, and it's so nice, and they don't want to leave, but then there's a whole other world to kind of explore out there. So they're asking you, what's the other world to explore here? Because you might be fearing that. You might be fearing like, well, I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling safe where I am. Do I really want to change that or not? But the sun's coming out here, so whatever you do choose, you're going to find happiness. So just trust that, Cancer. Trust that you are kind of doing things for your own self here. You have a lot of great cards. So you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Sun. I think it's just kind of decisions financially and stability-wise where you want to go or what you kind of want to do here. Let me pull some oracle cards for you for this reading. Look at the bigger picture. I think this is taking a time to step back, right? To really analyze things here. With the Seven of Pentacles coming out in reverse, right? Sometimes we're so ahead of ourselves. We're not taking really fully everything in. So I think they're asking you to look at the bigger picture of this situation before making kind of any big decisions. Ooh, I have to go get that one. It popped out so far. Just 1 second here. Weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Now I'll read that for you. This is why I think they're also just like, what they were saying with this card, right? They're just ease and grace. Just sometimes it's not everything is on your shoulders. You don't need to carry it all. You're no good to anyone if you're running on empty, bogged down by the weight of the world. This is a card of reminder to look after your own well-being before anyone else's. To stop carrying about the world's problems on your shoulders and put your Austrian mask on first. In these changing times, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, you can take on these problems from a place of energetic depletion. This card is thanking you for caring so much. You want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that's incredible. But the way you've been doing is likely unsustainable. This isn't to say that you should switch off of the world's problems, become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so that you're not consistently taken out energetically. The planet needs you to be healthy, both physically and emotionally. So instead of digesting the news or reaching for your phone as soon as you wake up, show up first to nourish the practice such as meditation, soul inquiry, or deep breathing. Is exercising in nature. Once your state of grace, and it's funny because you got ease and grace, and now they're saying grace again. State of grace and inner well is full. You can face the day in the state of the world and care for others. At the day's end, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that's not yours to carry. You can pick it up again the next morning if you so choose, but give yourself time and space to rejuvenate and rest. What are you carrying that isn't even yours? And I think you'll find that when you take a pause. You'll find that when you kind of take the answers for you here, when you take that step back, just to be and find that ease. Right, Cancer, that was your monthly reading. I hope it helped.